Alright, welcome ladies and gentlemen to another episode of Late Night Dominion, episode 24. I'm your host, Aegon. As you can see, our lovely Beetle is out tonight. Taking his place is our lovely econ connoisseur, Anhrez. Of course, we have, muscle-bound, crazy-ass Blank, and Foreigner Nixus is joining us again this week, finally no longer trapped at school. And our special guest, Mr. Zaprobo. Say hello, Zap.
Howdy, y'all.
And take it away, Blank.
Alrighty, folks. Again, Late Night Dominion. Don't have a lot for show synopsis because it was a slow week. Want to make sure that if you have anything you want to send, we've got Kitty Cat Chat. You send your stuff to Renaz. God, just send it to Kat in chat. She'll review it and post it up. Please don't post links. Make sure to follow this Twitch channel. So hopefully, if anything cool Wildstar related in the future, the NDA magically lifts or something, all of a sudden it'll be on the channel. Check us all out on Twitter. And I know these aren't the right names for everybody, but that's fine. If you're watching on YouTube, we'll make sure you got the right ones. And like our stuff on Facebook. With this, we're going to get into, oh my goodness, I didn't even clean this document. God bless America. We're going to get into the Wildstar Wednesday. This was over the Dominion Arkship. Everybody who got super excited thinking they were going to have an Arkship event, haha, the joke's on you. Not really happening. Y'all are going to get a link in chat. You've probably already seen it. This, listen, this is from me to Pappy. Bro, we've had a couple talks. I love lore. But come on, can we get it in a tweet as a boom? Wildstar Wednesday was so sad. But there were some really cool pictures in there. I think I saw one that looked super religious. So anyways, a lot of really cool stuff there. You should definitely check it out. It definitely helps you get more into the game. It helps with your immersion. This is what you need to know. Ship's name is Destiny. It's the pride of the entire fleet. All of the travelers are in cryostasis. Stasis pod maintains the mind and body through electric stimulation. So I'm not quite sure if you pee and it just drains out, or you just wake up with lots of pee smell. I'm not sure how that works. Science or whatever. Post-cryo evaluation is needed after trip. It's juice bars and massages available with your upgraded exclusive reservation package. There is a full-service church. There are a lot of Dominion celebrities to rub your elbows with while you're on board. They have training facilities, including activities related to your paths. Each citizen receives their datacron on board, which is some more lore stuff or something like that. And those returning for another service contract may drop to the planet right away. Go ahead, Anhrez. Any thoughts on this Wildstar boom lore?
I have to say I was the sucker, Blank. You described it perfectly. I read that as a Dominion Arkship. I'm going, finally. They're going to get all of us Dominion faction people along. I just saw, in chat, Justice is a Dominion fan. I'm like, finally, they're going to get some of these Wildstar aficionados who follow the Dominion together in a lovely hotel. Maybe Miss Habit will be dressed as Agent Voxine. Oh my.
I'm done.
That's it.
It's the best thing I've heard all month.
It could be in the Antarctic, and I would look for how many miles it takes me to get there. But I was just like, the concept going, they're going to have specific faction Arkship meetings, and maybe I can get one of those cool damn bags and one of those damn hoodies. And, I enjoyed the lore, I enjoyed the photos. I'm going to start breaking into the photos and zooming in, looking for little bits and stuff, but you could tell where my mind was at. We've had this whole state of the beta, yada yada, and when I saw this, I read what I wanted to read instead of what was typed, and, yeah. I was one of those Blanks, like you described, going, woohoo! Where am I flying to? I'm flying to outer space on a big ship? What? So, yeah, that was me.
Well,
next.
Whoever. Like I said, guys, the reason these things are important is they build the brand. They make you more excited about the game because you know more about it. Your characters have more depth. The game has more depth. So, I give them shit because it's Wildstar Wednesday and it's lore. They've done it before. It's important. I just want more. I want to know like crazy stuff. Like, okay, where did the Elden go? Seriously. And like, who wins? Like, and we want to talk lore stuff. This is my one lore question. Cassian's, Birthright, Makari, left here by dudes. Who wins? Like, who kisses whose ass? Like, that's the kind of question I want to know. So, Pappy, there's a fucking boom for you. Who bows down to who? Anyways, Justice just said, the destiny is where your character starts if you choose the right faction. Thumbs up to you. We're going to go into a couple of the vines here. Again, slow news week. We're going to give you what we got. First one, you guys don't get to see a lot of Mike D here, Mr. Donetelli, Beta Pope, if you will. You're going to see a Meet the Crew vine. And
hey, it's design director Mike Donetelli. Want to do a vine, bro?
Actually, I do, and I've got the best idea.
Hey, it's design director Mike Donetelli. Want to do a vine, bro?
Actually, I do, and I've got the best idea.
Once again, we see that trolling is troll. Frost. Oh, that's right. This one is Frost doing the raiding here, and you guys should be seeing this one next. We get to see some people running in, apparently to go kill something.
Frost?
Looks kind of cool.
Let's sneak attack a raid.
Frost?
Let's sneak attack a raid.
Frost?
Next one is going to be Frost being super silly at work because he is a huge goofball. The next one you're going to see is my favorite because you can tell, like, I don't know what it is for acting, like it's method acting or whatever, like this dude had no idea Frost was going to do this, and he was fucking like, bro, what are you doing? And then he was like, oh, I'm on camera. I can't fucking flip you off or throw something at you or say, like, fuck off. So I'm just going to look at you like I want to kill you.
Carbine Scare Cam. Carbine Scare Cam.
The last one you guys are going to see is wonderful, more silly trolling from the devs, increasing, the community that they build with people. So, just being silly, getting to know the guys making the game, and girls.
Whatever, chair, I do what I want.
Nick, no!
Whatever, chair, I do what I want.
Nick, no!
All right. I think that was it there for the scenes that we got, folks. Next thing you're going to get, it is a article to Stratix. It is a MMO, maybe wrong here, fan site that our homies here, Troy Hewitt and Jen Gordy, both who are, as you guys know, working at Carbine on Wildstar. They're going to talk a little bit about generating excitement at gaming conventions. So I think it's pretty cool that they're a part of this. So if you didn't check that out, definitely check it out. And, the next thing we got for you, it's going to be a link. We're going to throw it here in chat. It's the WildstarFan Open World PvP video from New York Comic Con. I believe that this is the one that came from Wildstar fans who got to go to New York Comic Con. Trugging right along here, we have the, Scooter doesn't really do a lot. I'm not quite sure what he does at Carbine, but he finally made a contribution. We wanted to praise him and give him, big thumbs up. Everybody knows that you want to have a taskbar patch progress notification. So, out of all the things that need to be done for this game to launch, Scooter made sure that that's in there, and you guys need to thank him. And lastly, our good old buddy, Mr. Gareth Harmer himself, Mr. Gaz, who's staying up even though it's 3 in the morning, put up another column over at MMORPG.com about fighting for the riches. How are you going to gain them, whether it's through cred, player trading, auction house, things like that. Really good article. As always, we expect quality from this cat because he's a good dude, smart guy. So if you didn't read it, here you go. Boom. And that, folks, is going to be your Wildstar Weekly News. Now we're going to get into at least something fun worth talking about. And talk a little bit about New York Comic Con. So our special guest that's been sitting here wishing I'd shut the hell up probably by now is Mr. Zaprobo. Go ahead and say hi again, everybody.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
For those of you who may not know, Zaprobo is just, kind of a big deal. He is the owner and head administrator over at Wildstar-Central. This is the website for Wildstar. End of story. That's it. You want to know about Wildstar stuff, this is where you go. When we first got into Wildstar and we first started doing stuff, we went here. This is a great guy. I'm happy to have him on the show. And a little bit of personal information. I got a little kiddo, and I've heard that the Zap here has got a little demon spawn that's on its way here sometimes the next couple months. This is correct, right?
That's right. Kind of February 25th is the due date.
Nice.
Is it well at the moment?
Gonna be? Do we know if it's a boy or a girl? Are you guys waiting or?
We're not waiting. It's just not being particularly cooperative right now. So we've been calling it a xenomorph from the outset. So we're kind of just waiting on the chest bursting.
What faction will the child be? That's the only thing the stream cares about, Zap. That's all they care about. Is
it's Dominion or death, really, isn't it?
Outstanding. Smart move. Smart move.
All right, go ahead, Nix.
All right, so next question we've got for you here. What did you enjoy most overall about New York Comic Con?
You know what? The thing that there's two things. Firstly, getting a chance to play Wildstar, but specifically the open world PvP. Whenever I got a chance to play, I was generally just running straight over to the Exile spawning area, in the kind of area of White Veil they gave us to play in, and jumping up and down on people's heads till they flag themselves. And
Nice.
then, of course, the other thing that was good was the party on Friday, which was an extremely low-key affair. But it was nice just kind of to relax with the community team and just chill out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had the opportunity to meet us. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying we had a really good opportunity to meet a lot of the people from the community back at PAX East last year, and it was one hell of a good time. I really, really enjoyed it. And it sucks that some of us had to miss out on this year's, but glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was good to meet with the Mark, the UK community coordinator, and Jan, the German community coordinator, who was over.
Now, my next question is a little off topic. Aegon will bring you back in just a second. When I was at PAX Prime, I found that so many people had never even heard of the game. Was that your experience too? Were a lot of people excited about it that were there? Or were there just a lot of people who were just like, we don't know what this is, tell me about it?
New York Comic Con's really comics heavy versus San Diego Comic Con, which is a lot more movies and TV, as well as games. That's a lot lighter of a New York event. It was a real mix. I could overhear people going past the booth saying, "Oh, Wildstar, I've heard of that," and conversely, nice. Kind of Wildstar, what is that? So it was a real mix. Though most everyone who played it seemed to come away kind of enjoying it, even if we had kind of people wandering past saying, "Oh, it just looks like Warcraft." It was a real pain not to kind of just grab them and shake them by the shoulders.
That's okay.
And shove them on one of the machines just so we could see the difference.
Oh, I shook a lot of people at Prime. It was amazing, so it doesn't even matter. Just wait till friggin' PAX East. We're shaking all sorts of people. Yeah.
I'll join you, because I'll be there.
Good.
We'll have a good old-fashioned shakedown.
I don't think Aegon's paying attention, so I'll ask this next one.
Ready, I was waiting for you to finish.
What was it like seeing Scooter? Okay. I wanted to know what it was like seeing Scooter and meeting the European team, and what kind of interactions did you have with them?
You know, I spent most of the convention hanging around the Wildstar booth, kind of talking to people, talking at the game, and it's just like seeing old friends. Obviously, kind of Jan was great. Would talk your ear off at the drop of a hat. And Mark was an extremely funny guy, kind of all through the Friday night party. It was impressions galore, as well as Irish car bombs.
Ooh, nice. So I gotta ask Zap. So we followed on Twitter, and I won't say without a bit of jealousy, living vicariously through whatever photos could come through, because it sounded like you guys didn't have great internet or cell coverage in the actual building.
Oh my word! The signal was absolutely fine. Didn't drop cell signal at all, but it was so congested. You just could. I got like a tweet come through once every 2 hours.
So who else from the community was there? We know a couple of the names. So anyone that you can think of from either that do some of the other work that the rest of the people in the chat in the channel would know, and how was the meetup afterwards? Did you see a lot of people who maybe couldn't? Comic-Con's not easy to get into, like any of the events like PAX or PAX East. So did you feel like some community were able to make it to the get together that maybe didn't get into the show?
Joe from Wildstar Radio came on in.
Nice.
Because he lived out in New Jersey. So he came in for the party but wasn't there for the convention. Possibly the longest haul that anyone made to New York Comic Con was representatives from Wildstar Echoes, a French fan site.
Wow.
Literally flew in just to come and see Wildstar.
That's amazing.
So those were the two big standouts for me. It was me, Anhrez, and Joe from Wildstar Radio, along with a wife, sitting at a table at the party.
Wait.
And it was like
I don't remember. First of all, I don't remember meeting your lovely wife, because I would have.
Begins with
Airwolf. I was going to say
it's
it
close
begins
enough.
with an A. Ouch.
All filed under A. Yeah,
and he's an exile too. He's an exile too. That's harsh.
That's why we had the epic face-off on PvP. I've got 25 minutes of footage of me versus Airwolf.
That'll be good.
Shortly.
How did that go, actually?
You know what? Really tense. I was playing a Chewer Spellslinger, and the pain with playing Chewer Spellslingers in open world PvP is the fact that you aggro freaking everything.
Everything.
Literally.
Oh, beyond your shots. So you're fighting, let's say, Airwolf, but you're pulling in creatures and patrols all around you too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have to be so mobile.
Next thing you know, it's Airwolf in like 50 roused hours.
Pretty much. Yep, squirgs everywhere. It was
oh goodness,
really tense. Although kind of in this build versus the other builds that I've played at other conventions, it's nice to see a notification when kind of a mob loses interest in you, which wasn't in the previous builds. So it was kind of nice, kind of when I was fleeing for my life, I knew when I could turn around again safely.
Very cool, very cool. So next question we have here is, did you enjoy the PvP? Yeah.
I love the PvP. It was some of the most memorable PvP I've had since playing PlanetSide. It's actually kind of really intense, just because of the ability to miss skill shots, and it's one thing to kind of play PvE builds, but to actually play with PvP enabled, it's memorable. And that's just kind of a small portion of the world playing open world PvP.
Very neat, dude. Yeah,
I did want to
I think
mention.
we're all pretty excited for the PvP. So
I did want to mention that I heard that you did us proud. That you are Dominion and you did us proud. I heard through the grapevine. I can't say who. Not like there's too many to pick from. But I heard you were impressive. That was the word, impressive. So that makes me proud to hear another Dominion player out there kicking ass at these conventions. So people are like, oh, that's kind of cool. That looks really awesome. I'd like to play that. So I'd like to give you 2 big thumbs up for being a badass, Mr. Zaprobo.
It's you know, I was replaying the footage, ready for kind of prepping it and putting it out there in the wild. And it was a lot closer run than I remembered it. But there was certainly a winner.
oh goodness, I just totally got sidetracked here. Where are we on the document? Looks like that's it for our Comic-Con stuff. We're gonna run through some questions here real quick. Tick wants to know any question on the so-called Wildstar stream posted on Reddit. There is no knowledge from us at this point we can talk about. Anhrez, why don't you go through the next one? Why don't you ask that old question, buddy?
Sure, I have a 1-2 question, of course, both for Zap. One, we just want to confirm what faction you and your better half, I believe Gentle Star, also on Twitter, will be playing. It's not going to be a split household, is it? It's going to be Dominion the whole way.
It's not. It's Dominion. We always play kind of a duo.
We just want to make sure you stay married for the baby, I guess, is
Yeah,
our concern.
it's true. Kind of harmonious relationship. Kind of Dominion all the way. Probably going to have an Exile also, just to see how the other half lives.
And, you know, before the end of the stream, I'm just saying you should, you know, have the better half poke her head into the frame and give a wave. Because, you know, everyone, you know, hears about the mysterious Mrs. Zaprobo, but, you know, we've never got to see her.
Have her give a finger. You know.
Yeah, there you go.
Or whatever.
Next questions, go ahead.
Let's see here. Mega Trogdor says, I'm new here. What are the chances of actually getting into the beta of this, and there's an ETA and when? I will tell you this. This good man here, Zaprobo, runs Wildstar-Central. You go there, and you'll see these cool threads that pop up that say community or community event, whatever it happens to be, and they're like, hey, write a song, draw a portrait, do something creative, show us that you're interested in the game, things like that. And they gave out a whole bunch of beta keys doing that just a little bit ago. So you want to increase your chances other than just signing up? That's the best way to do it. Be an active, positive part of the community. That's all I can recommend. Gamer wants to know how hard it is to get a beta key. How many do they send out? Don't know. That's a question for like Scooter or somebody. They probably don't send out any. They're probably hoarding them all for themselves in a pile in California.
Rolling around on them.
We got.
Pizza.
Yes, these lovely pizza keys.
They're gonna have in a big Scrooge McDuck vault, and they're just diving in.
Oh yeah. All right, we got a couple questions for Zap. What has been the most rewarding thing about running Wildstar-Central?
Oh, the masses of money we make. No.
It's
Yes.
confirmed.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. He's stockpiling
Confirmed.
cred right now. He's
Oh,
paid in
Corner the
cred.
market already. No, the most rewarding thing is actually getting to work so closely with the development studio. This is literally actually the first time I've run a gaming community site, and it's extremely gratifying on how seriously and how well Carbine take community, you know?
Yeah. Well, the next follow-up is, what has been the most frustrating thing about running Wildstar-Central?
Most frustrating thing was when we did an actual upgrade of the software a while ago, and then when we changed servers as well, it's literally some of the technical administration that gets to be a bit of a pain. We had to move kind of hosting providers, and that was an absolute kind of nightmare.
Zap, you have all this money. Why don't you just hire somebody, like, to go along with your maid and everything else that you got? Obviously living in a penthouse.
Outsource.
Jeeves, fetch me a web designer.
I'm not sure what this reference is.
We have had to hire contractors occasionally, but WildstarCentral doesn't actually make any money. The entire site is funded out of my own pocket.
Yeah. Good guy, Zaprobo. Note from the day we met. There's a question. Do you miss Mr. Mike?
I do. I still keep in touch with him on Facebook. Mr. Mike was the original founder of
that's right.
Carbine Central, then WildstarCentral. He's doing well, and he has once in a while popped his head in to the forums, but generally he's really stepped back from the Wildstar community. He's dealing with real life back there in Australia.
Gotcha. All right. Another question for you. How hard was it for you to get into writing about games and such? This is for those of us with skills in writing and interest in this field.
Interesting. I don't write, per se. I mean, I post news articles on Central, but I don't write articles. I don't know how well my experience would translate into the question you're asking there. But I fell into it. I kind of involved myself in the Wildstar community, and due to my heavy participation, I was Mr. Mike's first choice to take over the site again when he stepped down. So general community involvement is kind of what's got me where I am.
Absolutely. And Vengeful Divine wants to know, when will that epic PvP battle be posted?
Well, I've gone through. I have all my notes here on who scored kills, what times, etc. I'll be working on it over the weekend, hopefully by the beginning of next week.
Awesome. All right, before we finish up the show, folks, we're going to let Zap. You're going to get a link in your chat. We're going to let Zap talk a little bit about this Wildstar charity event that they're hosting. We've got some of our folks are going to be a part of here from SVG, and we're trying to get, there's a whole bunch of these awesome charity things going on. Zap, tell us about yours, brother. We want to hear it.
Sure. Essentially, it was really the wife. It was Gentle Star who's kind of pushing this, and then it was such a good idea that I'm throwing everything on WildstarCentral kind of behind it as well. It's a yearly event, I believe, for Extra Life. It's for children's hospitals, and essentially it's 25 hours straight of gaming. So I know some of your guys over at SVG, myself, and hopefully kind of more people from the community. Whoever wants to join in, it's a publicly accessible team. You can join and come raise some money for the kids.
Damn kids.
Hopefully we'll get kind of sort of kids, man, for the kids. So I've secured a whole bunch of swag from Carbine, from New York Comic Con. I have piles of T-shirts, literally piles of T-shirts.
Woot!
And I'll be giving them away as I stream for 25 hours.
That's awesome.
So will people be able to jump on with games versus you, or will you be playing games and announcing and? Are you encouraging people to stream alongside your streaming too? I mean, to get the word out. What can we all do for you? I guess is what the question is.
Essentially, if you can spend a period of those 25 hours, come and join me in a game. That'd be great. Keep you company.
Great.
If you want to kind of donate to me or to anyone else on the team, please do. Or if you want to join the team and stream yourself and raise some money directly, that's also gravy.
And
I
guys,
should charge people $1 to come crush me in Team Fortress. I can just stand around and let them head shoot me.
Want
It's
to
We'd reach
smack
a
me with
goal
some
in
ham?
no time.
pretty easy to
Ham
do
shanks
anyway.
are
So,
$2. Yeah, ham shanks $2. Yes.
what I want to say about this, guys, is we love charity stuff. A lot of people know at Subterfuge Gaming, we just love doing charity stuff. We put a lot of things together. Even though we're not spearheading this one, we fully support Zap. If you guys want to go and sign up on the team, do it. You want to throw a couple bucks in there, cool. If you don't have a couple bucks and you can't be on the team, go support him just by showing up. Every little bit of support counts, whether it's your time, whether it's a positive statement in chat. It doesn't matter what it is. And there's so many people that are finally getting behind this idea that we can do so much good in this world just by supporting each other and helping each other out. I think it's really awesome. So you guys got the link. You're going to see it on YouTube if you're watching this on there. Feel free to go check it out. If you're a streamer, go ahead and stream. You can have a whole team, be a part of a whole bigger community of positive, awesome people. So with that, again, it's a short Wildstar News Week. We ain't got much more for you folks. Huge thank you to Zaprobo for being able to come on the show tonight. Hopefully looking forward to grabbing you again to perhaps talk about things in the future. Want to make sure that you guys follow this Twitch channel. Follow us on Twitter. And Zap, yours is at Zaprobo?
It is, yes.
Look at that. At Zaprobo, make sure to follow him. A lot of you already follow him. WildstarCentral, all of your Wildstar, your links, your community, everything's there. You need a page to get Wildstar information. That's where you start. Grab a beer, get some tea, because it's going to take you a while because there's a lot of great content there. Thank you folks for showing up tonight. I hope you enjoyed the show. And we will see you next week, hopefully, when the Wildstar Wednesday is something flipping boom-tastic. Thanks. You guys have a great night.
Thanks, folks. See you next week.